Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more 0 Hour. Today, pretty excited because we get to take a break from Tournament Desert. We're back with the 1v1 though. And today we've got Dense versus X-Splode. Don't know who X-Splode is. Dense is a pretty good player though, pretty good 1v1 player. Tends to struggle against some of the top players. But kind of mid-level, maybe mid to high level, he tends to do pretty well against. So I don't know who X-Splode is. Let's see. So on the left-hand side of Barren Badlands this time, we've got Dense with the GLA Vanilla in the purple colour, my favourite colour. And in the right-hand side, we've got X-Splode. Well, I think he was USA Vanilla, but again, I'm not paying attention. I think he was USA Vanilla. X-Splode is going to supplies and collecting from two supply docks. That Chinook there actually wanted to go and collect from that one because it is built closer to that than that. So hopefully when this one returns, it's not going to end up with 3 collecting from there. He is going for a dozer drop, and Dense has built his tunnel in a bit of a weird position, but he is quick to react. And the worker just escapes. I'm not sure quite how that escaped. It's going to go down now though. Nice little bit of micro there from X-Splode. Yeah, not really sure who X-Splode is, to be honest. Don't think I've seen him on the ladder before or online. Maybe he's playing under a different name. We've got Dense coming in with a technical towards the top now. Probably going to be tech RPGs, a worker to finish off that tunnel. And this dozer here is now under pressure. Probably going to be RPGs, like I said. Oh, it's actually terrorists inside of there, and he's actually killed his own technical. Probably not the best thing. I probably would have just left that. Probably would have gone over here and probably rather killed the barracks or something like that with the 2 terrorists. But he's saying that if he force fires the ground, he would have killed that. But he's not force firing the ground, so maybe at kind of a top level, you would see the V going down there because the ground would have been force fired. Dense already expanding to a 3rd supply. Don't really like how fast that is. It's a little bit too quick. RPGs unloaded right in front of the V, which is going to be deadly because the V can just run over all the RPGs. So a bad micro there from Dense. And again, not every game that I watch on the channel is going to be a high level. I get a lot of messages saying that they don't want to watch high level, the same players play every single time. Sometimes they want to see the lower level games. And not to say this is a low level. Dense is definitely a good player. It's just not the complete top level. Like the force fire on the ground there would have killed the V. The RPGs being unloaded in front of that V should never have happened. That V should have gone down. It's just different things that I can see at a top level. The game would completely pan out different. Different things would win in different scenarios. Nice pick off there though. He did pick off the V. A load of terrorists have been busted open as well, but he is on a 3rd fast supply though, so he's going to be able to build more tunnels and he's going to be able to sacrifice more units. He's going to be able to do trade-offs against the USA. And it wouldn't really matter really because he's on a really quick 3rd supply. Denso, I feel like he needs to drop down a few more tunnels here. He needs to get some harassment off. The Explode's only on 1 dozer now, so he is under threat. Dense, I would like to see just doing a tech RPG there. It's going to be really problematic for the USA. I would also like to see the USA player upgrade to the tow missile upgrade. The problem here, I think, is... Oh no, he is dropping off supplies there. I thought he wasn't dropping off supplies there for a second. Whoa! A load of Vs and technicals both going down there. I think that's worth it, though, for the GLA player. Like I said, he can afford to trade off. But also, sacrificing technicals for Vs is definitely worth it every day of the week because the Vs, you need to keep the numbers down. So every V that you can pick off is definitely worth it. But he does have the economy to fall back on anyway. Dense is now on a 4th supply, so looking like levels ahead of his opponent at this point. But X-Splode has now got some Vs with a sizable amount of missile defenders in there at the moment, and he is pushing forward in the north side. He's probably going to be able to clear out this supply, but Dense is already on 4 supplies, and what I would like to see Dense do, rather than invest in now into getting the oils and stuff, I'd like to see him drop down. He's already on 4 supplies, so he's already massively economically ahead. I'd like to see another arms dealer drop down. I'd also like to see another 3 workers there, and another like 5 workers there. Rather than trying to go for the oils, because he's trying to do too much of an eco boom, and then therefore he's lost one of the supplies as a result. X-Splode, saying that, actually has got 1 oil of his own. There are 2 Vs and an ambulance come in to save that, though. From Dense recapturing it. That is going to be cleared out, and this tunnel is going to be denied as well. X-Splode has now cleared out that whole north side. 2 demo traps placed down there, so these Vs have got to be a little bit careful. There are no drones out on them Vs at the moment. Technical there going down. Tech RPG was coming in. I don't know if he was going for the dozer hunt or not. Palace being dropped down, but I don't know why he's dropping down a Palace, because I would drop him down a second arms dealer at this point. But a Palace is one option. A Palace, and maybe instead of the units that you'd produce from the second arms dealer, use that income to spam tunnels down and play for the longer game. As soon as you've got buggies and quads, everybody knows that it just wrecks the USA player. Large amount of Vs out now in the south. Demo trap there, absolutely epic. Has completely killed them Vs. Little sad I missed that, actually. But there are a chunky amount of Vs down here, and they're pretty loaded, full of missile defenders as well. So they're going to be pretty tough to beat. Pretty sure these Chinooks keep dropping off on that one. I keep seeing it return to there. Dense doesn't really have a whole lot of units to be able to defend against this, so he's going to probably take a little bit of damage now. Second arms dealer finally going up for Dense. These buildings are all very close together, so if like an MOB or fuel air bomb and Spectre and all that kind of stuff later, it could cause some big damage. It's all congregated very, very close together. Oil on the far right has been killed. We've got 3 technicals coming in now, and Dense has got just 2 RPGs in there. He's going to try and kill the strategy center, but it's going to be a very, very slow kill. We've got a quad here as well. I feel like the pressure on the top has been lacking for Dense. He's going to kill the dozer now. He's hunted the dozer, so X-Splode is now on a very big time limit. Strategy center is probably going to go down, though, although it's very, very slow death. X-Splode has just not reacted to it at all. Didn't move his dozer out of the way, so he is on the time limit now before his buildings get picked off. Supply is probably going to go down here, and these Vs are vetting up as well, so they become harder and harder to kill. X-Splode is holding on for the time being. He's probably going to laser lock that technical, but there are a few missile defenders out now. It's going to face off against these RPGs, and X-Splode is probably going to be able to clear that out. But these Vs here are going to be hard to kill for Dense now, unless he makes some pretty tough defense. X-Splode on 5k, Dense on 800. For anyone that doesn't know, Dense often plays under the name Quadruple or Quadruple as well. I think Quadruple. So you may see him under some different names, but I think Dense is usually his online name. It's always a little bit awkward fighting on this bit of terrain because it's like so steep. It's always a little bit weird. Barracks is now going down, but these Vs are going to push forward. There's drones out this time, so he is going to see the demo trap this time. But again, these Vs are vetting up more and more, and a bit of a base trade situation at the moment, so X-Splode is not reacting to this quick enough. Chinook's now under fire. I think the power's gone down, and that's his last power. A bit of bad micro there from Dense, and that's probably... Is the rocket in there? Yeah, he's going to lose that. Yeah, bad micro there from Dense, sending his units back when actually he doesn't need to. Ambulance is picked off. That's very, very nice. Jarman is now out. You want to pick off them as well. Just out of time. The black market there, actually, yeah, it's going to cause some splash damage because it was a fake. But he has now parked right in front of the arms dealer, and the other arms dealer is already down. So now both arms dealers are down. Palace is still out though, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, Jarman is still out as well. Plenty of missile defenders going to try and laser lock the buggies. Jarman is probably going to snipe one more thing, but they're probably going to get revealed and maybe even get killed. Needs to be careful with these buggies. This is why I would have gone 2 arms dealers sooner, because you see what I mean? He doesn't have even half the amount of units that he needs to try and defend against this. Jarman is now out. I'm not sure why Jarman's going so close and he's not killing all these just yet. Needs to snipe that. Needs to save the Jarman. Needs that Jarman alive. Oh. These are chased away and that palace is really fully loaded. If there's one thing to do in this kind of situation, you want your palace fully loaded. Jarman is having a field day, clearing out all of that stuff. Dense is still collecting over here. He's got some workers over here as well. X-Splode's got a load of Vs in his base. But Dense needs to go into super survival mode now. He's got 2,200. X-Splode is on 1,000. So he's collecting on 2 Chinooks actually. Which is pretty good. He could be collected on 4 Chinooks though. Especially now he knows that there's not many quads out. There's only 2 quads here. Dense has only got a few units in his side of his tunnel. Has captured a V for himself. Building a barracks now. Two workers going down there, and the supply going down there. I get the feeling that Dense is just prioritizing economy the whole time rather than units. He's always trying to build supplies, always trying to get the oils or something, but not having enough units out. Units win games. Like I say every time, buildings don't win games. Economy doesn't win games. Units win games. Units that you can move around and micro and kill things with. They're the most important things that are going to win you games. Units destroyed for Dense so far, 48. 84 for X-Splode. Probably a load of them is going to be workers that he's killed here. He killed like 2 workers over here as well. Needs to be careful of these demo traps though. Dense already had one really successful hit with the demo traps. Dense's oil is probably now going to come under threat. Here's the evac in all of his units. Needs to be careful he doesn't lose these buggies though, because they're expensive. This is a bad engagement for Dense here. He's just losing all of his units when he doesn't really need to. He needs to just chip away at this and then go back. I mean, if it means losing this oil, then so be it. He's going to lose the oil anyway now, but he's lost all of his units as well. He's picked off a couple of Vs, but I mean, X-Splode is just going to continue pumping out the Vs. But he's on no power though, so I don't know. Dense really wants to save this oil, and it is important. But at that point, I would have just chipped away at it and then gone back and just sacrificed the land. Just let X-Splode kill the oil, because he's still got supply here. See, he's prioritizing black markets, prioritizing command center. But hang on a minute, you've only got 6 or 7 RPGs inside of your tunnel, and that's not going to win you the game. So yeah, a bit strange from Dense. Personally, at this point, I'd be cancelling the command center. I'd just be making buggies, and Jarman. That's all you need, buggies and Jarman. And maybe even drop down a few more tunnels, but command center is not needed. Another supply that's going to get killed, not needed. But yeah, X-Splode is going to kill this supply. Probably going to vet up some of his Vs. No cell from Dense, and he's still producing workers from there as well. And another V vetted up there. You see another vet 2V. It's going to be even harder to kill. Command center is not being cancelled despite the V's Ving right here. Unless he's close to Anthrax Bomb, but I'm pretty sure he's not. If there's a decent Anthrax Bomb, that could win in the game, but I'm pretty sure he's not level 5, and this command center is just going to go down. It's not being cancelled. It's just going to go down. A big waste of 2k. Unless he sells it, it gets 1k back, but he's gone for the 16 Rebel ambush. That's cleared up by just 1 V and 1 Firebase. It's not good at all. He wants to. Instead, I would have had Bounty, would have placed down the scaffold, cancelled the scaffold, and then had a load of buggies out. But don't know. Dense tends to be going for the base trade situation, kind of like in a recent game that we saw, Humanity versus Mocha. Rather than Humanity facing the oncoming army that was coming at his base, he tried to go for the base trade instead. But it's a risk, because if the enemy manages to defend it back at home, it's a risk. Why not just play the safe game and just defend? It confuses me. Also, that black market was a waste, because it's on the fake one. He's not managed to upgrade it and not managed to make any upgrades at all. So a few bad decisions here from Dense. X-Splode is continuing to push forward. Probably the black market's going to go down very, very quick. Supply here is going to go down as well. Actually, a nice terror attack has actually managed to get in. I missed that. That was the fully loaded terror attack that's actually hit the war factory. So now X-Splode's only on the V's that we see on the map. More technicals coming in from Dense. He's placing a new base down here. Got a supply in our barracks. Jarman is going to get picked off very, very quick here, though, I feel. And that Jarman is going to be very key to winning this game. If he builds a drone on here now, I know he's got the Hellfires, so shouldn't be able to spot the Jarman actually. But that Jarman is key to winning the game. Now he's hit the war factory. He needs to just be using that Jarman, just snipe these, and then just go in the tunnel, snipe, go in the tunnel, and just keep repeating that. Dense is in a real bad situation now, though. He's hardly got any money. This base is going to go down here. He needs to just be selling all of this. There's no way he can defend against it. Selling this barracks way too late. He's going to sell this probably too late as well. It's just going to give these Vs more XP. Just to vet up more, and they'll be harder to kill. And no money in return. You would have got 700. Would you got 750 or $650? Yeah, $650 for selling the supply. Instead, he's not interested in selling it. Jarman, in the meantime, is in the base. But he's not demo, is he? So he can't place the demo traps down. The time demo charge, so... Yeah, man, I don't know how he's going to defend this army. Are we going to see some kind of epic X-Cal defense like we've seen in the past? That's what it's going to require. This Jarman back here is absolutely completely rendered useless. Jarman needs to be way back at home. He needs to be sniping these and then coming in sniping these. There's a demo trap there. Very successful demo trap. Wow. Five Vs going down. That's game changing. That is definitely game changing. Picking off the pilots. That's a good idea. Shouldn't really have let them vet up in the first place, but he has picked off the pilots. But Dense is, despite that, he still doesn't have very much at all. And it actually might... Is it going to come down to a draw situation with just the palace? He needs to get the Jarman back here. I don't know if X-Splode's going to be able to kill that palace. I really don't think he's going to be able to. He's got 12,000k. Sorry, not 12,000k. He's got 12k. But I'm not convinced he's going to be able to kill the palace. Actually, yeah, I think he will be able to kill the palace because he's got the ambulance and he's got Vet 3Vs, so he'll be able to just chip away at it. He's got no worker here to repair it, so he'll very quickly be able to... Oh, the Jarman might go down now because there is a drone there. There's a drone, and as soon as he goes over here, Jarman's going to go down. Yeah, Jarman's dead now, and the failed terror attack as well. So I think because these Vs are going to be able to self-heal and he's got the ambulance as well, he's going to be able to just chip away at this stuff and they're not going to be able to repair. That palace is going to be deadly because there are 5 RPGs inside of there. There's 1 technical. That's not going to do anything though. But these Vs, yeah, just going to slowly be able to chip away at this palace. What X-Splode could do is just spam a load of Chinooks and just fly over the palace, distract the fire of it. But... I don't think Dense has a worker, so I think Dense is screwed. He's literally just got a fully loaded palace, which is going to take time, but oh no, he has got a worker. Has got the worker. There's only 1425 there. The supply itself costs 1500. Really, he wants to be building it somewhere else, but... Actually, I think there's a 3-star pilot in one of those as well. Dense is trying to creep back into this game, but even if he constricts that and collects all of that money, it's still not economically worth it because that costs 500. Sorry, 1500 by itself. The Chinooks here could actually be used to steal the money from there and there, so Dense is even more screwed. It's got a bit of a weird situation. X-Splode just has to be really careful, but I'm pretty sure as soon as that worker gets picked off, which it inevitably will do, Dense might actually just GG because there's no way he can win. Before the palace even goes down, I don't know, maybe. I think X-Splode has got this game unless he really messes up here. Dense actually now doesn't have enough money for a supply, so he literally has got that palace. He could build a barracks and a couple of terrorists. That's it. But X-Splode is going to do the right thing. He's just going to come in from this angle. Doesn't want to go in first with the ambulance, though. Just wants to pick off this and then go away. And now his main goal now should just be pick off that worker, and then he can just slowly pick away off at this palace, because these can just go in, do one hit, run away before they take too much damage from the palace, re-heal, and then just go back in again. I don't know if he's still got a pilot in one of these. I think he has. In one of those, I'm pretty sure he's still got a 3-star pilot. Unless he's evac'd it already. Barracks now going down. Again, he's not selling it. He's just letting these units vet up. He's not interested in that. Tunnel placed down way too far away from the palace. Needs to be tucked with the palace if it's going to be doing anything. Maybe even like there. That position for the tunnel there is really, really bad. He's just going to get killed straight away. He actually might go in now and try and kill the worker. That's what he needs to kill, because that's the repair function. Yeah, he's going to get the worker. Oh, worker survives on 0 HP. It might be able to go in the side of the tunnel now. Oh, 1v. Very, very close to death. But the worker is picked off, and that's all that matters. Because now he's just going to be able to slowly pick away at this palace. And there's nothing Dense is going to be able to do about it. The only thing he physically can do now is evac that. But that would be a drastic mistake. So, this is a really weird situation. How long is this going to go on for? Let's see. So we've got stalemate. X-Splode is just messing around now. But X-Splode is being a bit silly at this point. He needs to get them 2 Vs with the most... Actually, them 3 Vs there with the most HP.
Low power.
Load them up full of missile defenders and slowly hit this palace and run away. Hit this palace, run away. And that's what he needs to be doing. I don't know why he's messing around. He has got actually a 2-star pilot, which he should have done. Should have used that earlier. Yeah, this is silly now. I don't know if he's having a chat with Dense or not, but there's no way Dense can win now. You just need to be chipping away at this. Yeah, it's a bit of a risk, but you know full well that you can take a load of hits on one of the no-star Vs, and the V still survive. But one of these 3 Vs will 100% be able to take all the hits, and then you could even alternate it just with 1 hit at a time and slowly chip away at this. I'm going to fast forward a little bit because it's a little bit boring. Yeah, look at this. Is just ridiculous. Why do people upload replays like this? Right? Why are you being so silly? I don't understand. Okay, so he's moved in this Chinooks now. 1v does go down, and he's moved in with the infantry. This is really, really poor from X-Splode, and really, really losing all these Vs, man. Didn't need to lose all this. This is just a complete lack of inexperience. But the palace is going to go down, and he does get the win. Regardless, he gets the win. A little bit closer than that needed to be. I think he could have just chipped away at it. Yeah, it would have been... Well, actually, it would have been quicker. It wouldn't have been slow and boring. It would have been less less exciting than that final battle, I think. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Should he have just chipped away at it and then ran away and saved all his units? Or should he have just gone all in and gambled it like that? We can see X-Splode actually collected 91k, Dense collected 79k. X-Splode actually killed loads more units, 147 compared to 69. So, yeah, not the highest level of games, and there was a few mistakes and a few things that I probably would have done differently, but it's still relatively a good level. A break from Barren Badlands anyway. So, sorry, a break from Tournament Desert. It was actually on Barren Badlands. So yeah, GG. Remember to like this video if you enjoyed it, guys. If you enjoy these replay casts and stuff, let me know in the comments what you want to see next time. GG, and I'll see you next time.